So hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the P series test, and it's quite simple and straightforward. Let's see what it is. So you have the summation from n equal to 1 to infinity of you have 1 over n to the power p. Let's see how this is significant. Well, it says, according to the test, it says that if p is greater than 1, then this whole thing converges. Now, if p is less than or equal to 1, it diverges. That's quite straightforward. Let's see what that means. Well, it might be difficult for you to remember, well, which is which, but it's quite simple. If it's greater than 1, it converges. And a way of looking at it is this way. Let's see, 1 over n, let's say for a particular value for n, let's start with 10, let's say, okay, to p. We know that if p is let's say it's greater than 1, you have 10 to the power 2. Let's compare something that's less than 1, 10 to the power half, which is the same as square root of 10. Now, if you take this, you get the value 1 over 100, which is basically 0.01. And you have, if you take the value for this, you get 0.31. Well, it might appear, so this is, this is useful to remember quickly what it means. And if you see, this is quite small, when the case for p is greater than 1, because it comes on the denominator and for both. But then if it's like greater than 1, then you're going to have a smaller value. This means that the change, as this goes to infinity, it might not be increasing that much, so it will reach a definite value. Okay, now on the other hand, this value, if you just compare it, it's quite bigger. So now you know that, now you know for sure that this goes to a really large value, and you really don't know how it's gonna reach. So this is a useful way of remembering things. Well, now let's do something. Let's use an example. Okay, let's say you have summation of n equal to 1 going to infinity, 1 over n. This is quite straightforward, n to the power of 1.4. By using the test, we know that p is greater than 1, therefore I can say that this converges. Okay, now another example. Let's say you have a summation n equal to 1, infinity, 1 over n to the power 0.001. Well, this is clearly less than 1, and we know that it diverges. Okay, let's do another one. This is quite different, but you can just, because obviously when they ask you in the exams, you might need to do some manipulations to understand. So let's say you have n, like n to the power 4 times n, let's say square root of n. Now what you do is you just simply use the powers, just add up the powers. 4 plus half, it's going to be n times 4.5. Now you know, since that it's greater than 1, it's going to converge. You might get situations where you might want to get something on the numerator, but that doesn't really affect I mean, if it's a constant or anything of that sort, it doesn't affect And if you have, let's say, another example, I'll just clear this. Well, let's say you had n squared. It's basically simplification, and see if you can, in the exam, that you can get it into this format. You have, let's say, n cubed over n to the power 5. You just cancel the powers, and it's quite straightforward. The law is straightforward. So since p is greater than 1, it always converges. So always remember that if p is greater than 1, it converges. This whole thing converges. So thank you.